Welcome to the kingdom. I'm Chris, and this is Good Enough Gaming. Well, it's a long weekend. I've got some spare time, so I thought I'd put out a short little review video of these new container crates from Monster Fight Club that are part of the new Cyberpunk tabletop game. I love crates like these ones. They're a great piece of terrain that you can add anywhere on the board. They're not massive like buildings, but they're not so small like scatter terrain that they really don't do much other than add aesthetic. They block line of sight, and I think they're useful in all kinds of different games. You can use them in 40K, you can use them in Cyberpunk, you can use them in Batman. I mean, whatever. There's almost the only thing they don't belong in is a fantasy game. But other than that, they're fantastic. So I thought I'd take a look and see what these ones are like. So popping the box open here, I got 5 of them for $50 at my friendly local gaming store. So we're talking about $10 per crate here. Now my initial reaction was they seem a bit small, just judging from the side of the container, but the plastic is already pre-colored and there's some nice detailing on the side, so you don't have to paint them. If you wanted to, I suppose you could weather them, add some chips and dings into them to make them look a little more worn out. But if you just need to get something on the tabletop quick, let's see what these things can do. So as you can see, these things have no sprues, there's no glue, they're entirely held together by friction and are push fit. So I've had some push fit kits that are fantastic and others that are absolute garbage. So we're gonna see which category these things end up in. Doesn't look like too many pieces, there's no instructions, but it's pretty simple to put together here. The only thing you could possibly do is accidentally put the top on the bottom and the bottom on the top. But for the most part, it should be pretty good. Just test out every piece before you fit it in there. So while I was building this, putting it together, I noticed there was a tiny little burr at one point on the front of the container there. So far, that's the only thing that I've had to do with these pieces in order to continue building them. Other than that, everything has fit together really nicely. The pieces hold together nice and tight. They're snug, but they're not so much that you're fighting the thing and risking breaking it just to put it together. Alright, it's pretty much all together. It's pretty cool that the doors are able to open and close like that, and yet they're still in there very, very snug. There's no danger that the more you open it or close it that they're going to pop out or wear out. So overall, I am really impressed in this thing. So there's one other thing I want to test out here. It seems pretty sturdy. It's nice and solid. Bang it on the table a little bit, hit your head on it, it's going to hold. I wonder, however, how well they stack. So let's do another one really quick. Alright, so now that we got the second one built, let's see how well these things stack. They have that design on the bottom, those squares, specifically to fit on top of a previous one. We'll give it a little bit of a push, and it holds. It fit on very easy, nice and snug. You're not going to have to worry about someone bumping the table and your stack of containers toppling over and messing everything up. So let's put the rest of these things together and see what we got when we're all done. All right, all done. That took me about 20 minutes, tops. No more painting, nothing. They're ready for the tabletop. So one last little bit here. Let's compare them with another container crate that might seem familiar to you. So initially I thought they were going to be smaller, but they're actually about 1/4 of an inch longer and taller than the typical GW container crate there. They're a lot sturdier, they're easier to build, and at $10 a piece compared to the GW $20 a piece, there's not a whole lot to say bad about them. Also, having put together about 12 of those GW ones myself, they don't build very well. They're not the worst kit I've ever built, but the pieces don't like to sit too easily. Maybe I was doing it wrong, but there was no glue in building these other ones. I would say overall, I would take these Cyberpunk ones any day over the GW ones, unless, of course, you want that really custom gothic grimdark look, and that I can totally understand. But if you need to fill out a table on the cheap, go for some of these Cyberpunk containers. They're fantastic.